So today I will present you our technology, more focused on the online point clouds integrated with artificial intelligence, GIS, IoT for the construction of geospatial digital models of networks, infrastructure, buildings, and cultural heritage. Just 2 words about our company. We are providing software only for the construction industry. We are based in South Italy, 1 hour from Napoli, to give you an idea. And I am in charge in developing the French and the English markets of our services. One important thing, we are as well entering the Esri partnership because we will see together the value of your point clouds extended in the BIM kind of solution, like in this, I would say, module kind of architecture, where we can extend this value to the scale of the territory on a GIS system, and we are partnering with the Esri ArcGIS 3D systems. So basically, our systems are provided with this yellow area, which are free, so you can just register on our services and check the different software features. When you want to build a main system, we can go on kind of engineering and commercial kind of discussions to build, connection with the GeoTwin and geographical system to build better platform which are compliant with the ISO 19650, or as well link the system with the facility management system. Basically, our technology makes possible to use BIM kind of models and data with the GIS kind of perspective. So we put these 2 worlds that generally are separated together. And we will see some examples of this stronger relationship we can build between these 2 different universes, 2 different ecosystems. Before going on with the examples, I want to highlight that our technology are compliant with the main standard in the industry. On the first line, you have the standards regarding the safety and security. So with our system, we can come on your server with kind of on-premise kind of deployment, or you can start basically with the software as a solution on cloud distributed mainly in Europe for the European customers. We are compliant with all the main standards of buildingSMART International, and we are multinational partner of buildingSMART. Let's see together our technology in action. So this is a mosque in North Africa, typically merged inside a scenario. This is another historical kind of heritage. So you have 200 gigabyte point clouds here, where we are navigating outdoor, and we will go now indoor, this point cloud. You just need the Chrome navigation system on your customer to give a better value on the point cloud you are providing to your customer. So consider this, that here, Fabbrica del Vaticano, which is the company who gives us the discretional data, because they are the owner of the data, are using this data for the restoration of the church. This is another example with asset management and facility management. Here, using our system based on the IFC model, so the open BIM model, we are connecting this service on the back office facility management, and we can so navigate very easily this kind of scenario here, going to check what are the activities which are scheduled in the next 3 months, or maybe just going on the ticketing we have on the different assets in this 3D model. So with our system, as you can see, we can have a seamless view of the Esri perspective, where when we zoom inside, we are in the national station in Napoli, where we can navigate inside the area where the public have the access and easily attach technical information about the assets. So here, this is a picture. When I share this, I can share this information with my colleagues. This is a very interesting and actual use cases. We have here a 3D model, an IFC model, connected to IoT devices on the bridge that are used with critical situation for very high vibrations on kind of civil works where there are, activity in monitoring this kind of risk for the population. The added value is that you can merge here 3D model, point clouds on the scale of the territory. Let's see the level of maturity of our technology in using this model for simple collaboration scenario. So in this case, three of us are working, viewing this situation. I can take the control for the camera of my other colleagues. I can share with my colleagues the avatars to understand where they are looking during my discussions with my colleagues, or I can as well modify directly the IFC model just using my browser, and we have the modification highlighted immediately inside the browser of my colleagues. Of course, I can save this modification and store them on our common data environment. Of course, we can use specific libraries of objects to add scenarios, equipments. In this case, this is a truck. Inside this scenario, maybe to understand what will happen on the site to install this windmill. This is maybe the more interesting part regarding the interaction we have with GIS system. As we are processing IFC model, so BIM models, we are, in this case, providing information to the layers of Esri systems for their analytics. So let's see in this case with this query, geographical query with this radius, the system can select the windows, the energy performance of the heat generators too, and provide this information to the layers inside the Esri, the GIS systems. And we can build kind of dashboards very easily on the fly. Of course, we manage this information because we have the IFC model, we have all the documentation to assess this energy performance. Just before going on with the point clouds, which maybe is the more interesting part in this exhibition today, I want to make it clear that mainly our focus providing the common data environment is in providing tools that are able to provide the services for your information delivery specification. We can use any kind of data schema of IFC, the 2.3, 4.3, 5.0, and of course we are compliant with the other main protocols. To have a general view of the different formats you can manage directly from the browser without installing anything else, you can see here the main format which are involved with the point clouds, and you will see now some examples of what we can provide as well for the customers. I have one slide here. Okay. So for the customer, typically we can build a roadmap in going to install the modules is interested in, and this is what I want to highlight today with you during this exhibition. When the customer, you are delivering your point cloud to your customer, you can use this kind of platform to start with them a kind of, I will say, a first level of digital twin manipulation. So this is an industrial site. Probably it has done 50, 60 years ago. Probably we don't have Revit files. We can do directly the segmentation on elements inside this scenario. So when we are here selecting a part or isolating a volume, we can as well add information about specific parts. In this case, probably is an electrical board, where I can give to this part a specific colors, add maybe some properties, some metadata, which will be stored inside the common data environment. In this case, we are isolating some silos, some specific items inside the systems with specific colors. What is important to highlight? That's when you work in this kind of environment, you can manage as well collaboration activities with specific tasks where you can add as well PDF documents, and you can share workflow. And what is interesting is that you are organizing the work, sharing these, I would say, very low level of detail of BIM information that are point clouds, and you can add markups, like in this case, okay? And it will help to have a better awareness of the 3D environment, where maybe you are concentrating your activity and you need a better tool for your decision and organizing the activities. So in this case, we are providing this markup. I'm sharing with my team. And using these tools, I can as well access a specific library and add some items in this space, maybe for evaluating the next destination or what we have to do in this specific area. What is important to know is that this kind of information will be kept inside our system, and it will be compliant with Revit file, IFC file, and other 3D formats in the next future. In terms of architecture, our services can have these main blocks that are really important for us. On the right side, you have all the compliance with the buildingSMART standards. In this case, we are compliant on a large part of our services with all the stacks provided by Esri ArcGIS 3D. And of course, we can integrate our services in your main architecture. As I told you, we can come SaaS, software as a service, or as well on-premise kind of deployment. Just to close the presentation, now I will show you some success cases we just presenting on this exhibition. This is the first example of a collaboration in a region in South Italy, where we have here the technology to provide. Oh, sorry, I have to. We have here the. Just sorry again. I start again. Can you please start just the movie here, please? I have, yeah, next one, please. Great, thank you. What is here the use case? It's a success case, quite interesting. It's, I think, a real digital twin. We are working with the Ministry of Infrastructure in a region of Italy. We have some bridges with the real strong issues regarding the stability. So they already have installed some kind of devices to measure some high vibrations inside these assets. So in this case, they ask us to make easier to access the different bridges in the different parts of the region, and to have a real view of the alerting of the bad situations. So it makes really easier for the regional authority, where we don't have structural engineers, you know, civil engineers, but thanks to this easy interface, they can understand better the level of risk we have on these civil works. And as you can see, using our technology here, we are connecting to the IoT buses, tanks of data, and we can provide a synchronized view, a selective view of the situation on specific time windows with the value we can analyze. And it makes really, I would say, an added value for this kind of specialty to analyze the risk and understand how we have to manage better in the future our bridges. We work on a similar project with tunneling and other infrastructure. This is another case, use cases very quickly. This is another industry player working in the water utilities. Typically, they are already in the Esri, in the kind of GIS system for their analytics, but they work in 2D information. So they don't have point clouds, they don't have BIM models. So we are working in collaboration with them to start adding some point clouds, important asset they have in their structure. Sorry, I don't know in English the name of this specific tower for the, to regulate the pressure of water. And we are involved, of course, in making for them, thanks to other partnerships with other companies, the models of some critical assets inside their infrastructure. In this case, you can appreciate the capability to go underground, to go on the specific pumps. And here we are in another industrial area where I think they are using kind of SCADA, which are kind of remote control of this device, very critical assets. So we have for them very strong policies in terms of making very secure the access to this information. But what is really interesting here is that we have as well the capability to have a visual, selective view on what are very technical information, and we can as well take the control of some operation or aggregate the typical data which are used in this specific utility domain. And just the last example of the use as well of different 3D information and point clouds, which is here a collaboration with the Urban Development Department in Roma Capitale, in Italy. So we are here considering 16 municipalities where the Urban Development Authority have to understand social issues, problem of urban degeneration, problems, issues we have in the surrounding of the city, and they use typically Esri for the analytics, but they want from us to share better IFC models coming from the project of regeneration in the city. So we are here pushing forward the value of the 3D information to be used for this important strategy in the next future of the city. So we provide here to the classical Esri story maps the ability to share as well very technical BIM information exploiting the IFC format, which is the open BIM format in this case. Thank you for your attention. Sorry, it was a rush. I have gone quickly through this example, but I hope to have been clear, showing how we can build better tools that are really user-friendly with our technology.